What's up, everybody? All right, let's go. Make some plays. Wait for people to show up a little bit. I kind of redid the layout. Actually, I should probably move this over too. All right, what's going on, bro? Base spitball, that bass spitball, man. What's up, man? Underdog. We could get into underdog first. I have a promo on there, so we could use that. Start with the underdog play. 40% profit boost. So let's apply it and let's see what we got. We'll just go straight to underdog first. We got 3 plays on here. I did see this play right here. I kind of like this play because he don't be getting no touches. I got him on my fantasy league. Every week he's projected to get like 11 to 14 points and he ends up with like 2. So I'm down for this one right here. The liquidity is not quite where I like it, but the odds for every other book is one that I am willing to take. So our first play can be Ramondre Stevenson, under 7.5 rush attempts. Travion Henderson pretty much stole that spot from him. So that's our first play. Let me look at that other play right here. Josh Okogie under 12.5 PRAs. Fliff's the only one showing it, so that's another one of those iffy ones just because. But if I'm looking at other books that offer this line straight up, uh, I could take this play. Getting better odds than what somebody wants for it at plus 124, so minus 122 is a good play. And we can just make this a sharp money play right here because of this right here too. So the liquidity is not quite my favorite. You like to see when somebody's asking for a whole bunch of money because that means that they're very confident in that play. But I'll leave it up there this time. Or we could take 2 plays here. I'll make 2 plays on underdog. One's going to be straight from sharp money, and then one's going to be straight from the fantasy optimizer. So sharp money play is going to be Ramondre Stevenson, Josh Okogie under 12.5 PRAs. And then the last play is Jalen Duren over 17.5 points. So I'm okay taking these plays because of the odds that these other books have their lines at. And so we're getting better odds than them. The liquidity is not quite my favorite for these. Any of these plays, basically, I like it to be over 1,000, but I'll take it just based off the odds. So this is over 17.5 points. So over and 2 unders. We're doing our 40% profit boost. Let me see. Yeah. All right, we're locking this one in. Link's gonna be in the chat right here. All right, there's our first play. Bam. Let me see something real quick. I didn't go live on here, so I gotta go live on my IG. First play's already posted. All right, there's our first play. Let me throw this up on my other things before we get to the second play. Dang, that dude is a bum. All right, that's the last time I do that too. Taking a fantasy square stuff. I mean, what are they called? The esports. All right, Discord. Underdog. All right, first underdog play. I'm gonna put this up on a. Y'all seeing me do work right now. Throw this on my Twitter too. Not. What do you mean join? It's me. Okay, built on stream. All right, let's move on. Alter ego. All right, so we got our first underdog play. We're gonna do another one right now too. This one's gonna be straight off the fantasy optimizer, which is my second favorite Uh, all right, let's go. Travion Henderson under his fantasy score. The fantasy score ones, I'm not a huge fan of. It's kind of like the LOL plays or like the what are they called? CS2, the Counter Strike plays that I just took on this one right here. He's supposed to go under 26 and a half kills and got 28. If you would have took this on Prize Picks, they had it at 24 and a half and the over, so you would have killed it on Prize Picks. I think I win these more on Prize Picks than I do Underdog. So if I do make any plays on esports, I think they're called esports, um, then I would rather do it on Prize Picks over Underdog. But let's get into our second slip. We can just go straight off of here. We got Cade Cunningham under 37 and a half points and assists. These books have it at 36 and a half. So we're getting an extra point assist to play around with and still win our bet. So under 37 and a half points assists for Cade. Jalen Duren, we're already in there. Bam Adebayo under 29 and a half PRAs. That's not we're not taking that play just because it alters our odds and then our odds are a little they're not the 6x. We're looking strictly for the 6x payout. All right, so let's move on. Let's look. We got Jackson Dart under 30 and a half pass attempts. 29 and a half is at plus money on Pinnacle, so I'm not liking that play. We're already in Jalen Duren. We could take this Travion play. This kind of is, I wouldn't say it's counterproductive or counter like against the Ramondre Stevenson play, just because if he's not getting, if one's not doing good, the other one is probably doing well. So because they're in two different slips, I would be okay doing that. Let me just look at this one more time after I keep forgetting to go on do not disturb. Stop messing with me while I'm doing my live. All right, so we'll do it just because it's on here. Travion Henderson. This is a strictly fantasy optimizer play. Under his fantasy score. 14, 15. Yesterday I did a slip with just fantasy scores and I got 2 out of 3, so it's not the worst. Aaron Rodgers kind of screwed me up with his terrible performance. I think his line was at like 14. Let me find it. This one right here. McCaffrey was under 18.5. Gino was over. I was surprised that Gino went over, but Aaron Rodgers, 14.45 fantasy points, and he got 2 fantasy points. So trash. Super trash. All right, let's go. So we got Travion, Cade Cunningham, and we can go to Andres. Andres over his kicking points for the Patriots, 7.5. That's basically 3 field goals or 2 field goals and 2 touchdowns with the extra points. 8.5 is plus money. Let's see if we can find a better play. Here's a decent play. Isaiah Collier over 4.5 assists. It's in the yellow, so it's not a terrible play because BetMGM is offering at minus 120. That's what's kind of messing us up as far as the average odds. But if I put this in a 3-man, it's gonna come up in the red. It's way down here in the red. The reason why I would take it is because all these books have their line, especially Pinnacle at minus 139. So obviously Pinnacle and then Draft or FanDuel would be like my second bet to look at, my second book to look at. And because they're at 139, they're not even offering it, which means that they probably think that 4.5 is either too low or too easy to hit. So they're like, nah, we're not even going to give you a chance. So Isaiah Collier could be the next play that we take over 4.5 assists. I just want to see if anything pops up here in the green or yellow first before I take a play that's in the red. And we're already on Jalen Duren. We could take Jabari Smith minus 21, but that's not looking too good for me. So I'm going to take this Collier play over 4.5 assists. You don't have to follow this if you don't like it, but this is what I'm going with. and somebody's changed 36. So Cade Cunningham is out of the picture. And we can find something else. Jalen Duren, we're already on him. Jabari Smith, we could take the Jabari play now. Cade Cunningham, we could take his under PRAs. It's not looking too promising. I'm looking for plays that are like almost, I wouldn't call them locks because no play is a lock, but you just want to be very confident in the plays you make. So I think I'm gonna come back and we'll look at prize picks. Let's take a look at prize picks and then we'll come back to that. Most of these plays are gonna be pretty much the same. Dylan Brooks under 19 and a half points, $686. That's okay, not my favorite. Rasheed Rice under 73 and a half. This isn't until next week. So I'm probably gonna pass on plays till next week. There's really nothing really good. This could be okay. These two plays right here are decent. Not sure why they're way down here in the red. It probably will adjust later. Sometimes I've seen plays be in the red and next thing you know it's up here after a few refreshes. But it's looking kind of dry right now. Could take these three plays. Oh, see, look, they just moved this one up. Is that the one that we were looking at? I think that's the play we were just looking at. Yeah. So like I said, they just bumped it up. So if we can get these plays on prize picks, let's try to hit this. Craig Porter over 14 and a half PRAs on prize picks. I was just messing around here. We probably gotta be fast on this one. Over 14 and a half PRAs. Dyson Daniels under 18 and a half points assists. What's up? They changed it to 17, so that's not good. Don't do it. Rasheed Rice, that's next week, so I'm not really trying to wait till next week for today currently. Um, oh, this was the play, the rebounds one. So we could take his rebounds. Dyson Daniel over 5.5 rebounds. He should already been. I don't know why I did all that. Projection changes. Over 5.5 rebounds. Davion Mitchell over 6.5 assists. Um, minus 120 for FanDuel. Minus 134. So I mean, if you average these out in the middle, we're kind of like at 128 probably. So we could still take this one. Let's see if something else pops up. Craig Porter, Rasheed Rice, um, over 4 first quarter points. We got the rebounds. The Davion plays way down here. So this is like not, this is like forcing a play, which I'm not a big fan of forcing plays. But you could force this play if nothing else pops up on these. Or we can grab one from the sharp money tool that we haven't done yet. So we could still take this Dylan Brooks play. I would prefer to see plays where the odds are in the 130s or greater before I like jump on it. Like this play right here. These aren't really any sharp books, so you gotta kind of take it lightly, the odds. But these odds are so crazy that I would be willing to take a chance on that one. You're looking for the sharp books, right? So you're looking for Pinnacle, Bookmaker, and they're not popping up. Bet 105 too. So like this play right here, we're getting better odds than these sharp books, but it's not something that jumps out and people are. It's just like way off. Even if I mean if you put it in a six-man slip, you could get a good price on it, minus 119 versus minus 128. But if you're doing a three-man, then I would look for something a little bit bigger between the liquidity and the difference in the odds. So I'm gonna look for something else. Let's see. Igor under 5 assists, 5.5, 5.5. Nah, I'm good on that one. There's nothing here. It's really nothing here. We could take this. Let's just take this Davion play over 6.5 assists. Let's take a look at his past. So 6, 12, 4, 9, 10. It's possible. It's possible against the Clippers. So I think they changed this, right? Was this 16? That's gone. I think that was at 16 when we tried to take it. So that play is no longer there. I don't think this Dyson Daniels play is there either. So there's really nothing to do right now. I'm surprised. There's like a bunch of games. And there's a football game. Let me see. Look at all these games right here. It's probably a little bit too early. Um, let's see. Yeah, nothing's really popping out. Nothing's really popping out at the moment. So what I would do then at this point is if I'm not liking any plays, you can look at the full spectrum. They got Ryan Rollins over 3.5 rebounds. The over is pretty favored. They got this on Prop City, but um, they're saying that it's now 120. Let's take a look. I can't believe that there's not that many plays. What is it? Ryan Rollins on rebounds? Over 3.5 rebounds? I don't even know who he plays for. Bucks, Wizards. So it's at 136 now. So that's not it's not 127. So this is pretty accurate over here. So let's refresh this. That play's no longer there. So man, this is dry stuff. Some super dry stuff. Dyson Daniel under a made 3. Jalen Johnson. They got Jalen Johnson. Let's take a look at DraftKings. We got 3 plays on DraftKings. The liquidity is trash, but the odds are pretty solid. I don't know about this Kel'el Ware play. Let's go to DraftKings. And we got Jalen Johnson. Am I in the NFL? There's an NFL parlay boost on DraftKings, but it's like you got to do 4 picks, and there's only 1 game, so it's kind of tough. Jalen Johnson under 1.5 threes. They're probably not even gonna offer it. Blocks, rebounds. This play's not even here. Golly. Why are they doing this to us today? This might be one of those days you gotta wait till like an hour before the game start. It might be just a little bit too. Oh, there it is. All right, Jalen Johnson. We got him under a 3 made. Kawhi Leonard. This play is good. I mean, the liquidity is not the greatest, but the odds that somebody wants for it are better than what we're getting. And these sharp books are in the 130s, like I was saying. So that's a play I'm willing to take. There's no sharp money on this play right here, but so this play right here, actually Kawhi over 30 PRAs, isn't one I'm super confident in. They're only asking me to put $5 on it, so take that lightly. Kel'el Ware. I'm gonna put these in here, but the Jalen Johnson play is the only one I'm like locked in on. Points and rebounds under 20. All right, so here's a DraftKings play that we could make. Jalen Johnson and Kawhi are the only two. Well, even the Kawhi Leonard play I'm not 100% sold on. It's just the Jalen Johnson play I'm sold on. So we can go to the optimizer and pick a couple plays off the optimizer. I just gotta make sure nothing pops up over here first. So I'm actually gonna get rid of. I'm gonna get rid of. Let's just look these up and then get rid of them later. We got Reed Shepard. under 15.5 points if they offer it. They are not offering his points. You can only pick over. So that play, they've figured it out. Andrew Wiggins over 18.5. Bam Adebayo under 29.5. I like the Bam play better than the Wiggins play. Andrew Wiggins over 21.5 PRAs. Or I would take his PRAs. Andrew Wiggins over 21.5 PRAs. Just because they have him at 22, and Pinnacle's got his 22 pretty much favored. Enough for me to like it, take it. Bam Adebayo under 29.5. This is a little bit of a correlation as well. So let's go here. We're getting rid of Kawhi and him. So as long as it's a 6x payout, which it is. So we have a little bit of a positive correlation between Andrew Wiggins and Bam Adebayo, and we got Jalen Johnson. This Reed play I would have liked to take, but it's not there. Let me just check one more time because I'd rather have the Reed play. Reed Shepherd. Damn. And nothing else on his thing is popping, so. All right, here's our play. We got Jalen Johnson under 2 threes, Andrew Wiggins 21.5 PRAs, and Bam PRAs as well. All right, here we go. That's the play. It's going up on Twitter. All right. I'll post this in my Discord once we're done here. Okay, Grayson Allen. So we're getting some plays. I really like this play just because of the correlation. They play on the same team, one player. They both can't score and rebound and stuff at the same time. So Andrew Wiggins, we're expecting him to have a good game, and Bam to have. It's not even a bad game. It's just not his normal production against the Clippers. Grayson Allen. Let's go check out Dabble. Ramondre Stevenson, we're already in there. And Igor Denham, under 4.5 rebounds. So this play is actually not too bad. I wouldn't mind taking the Stevenson play twice because of because of the odds. But like I said, it's not showing up on the sharp books. But they probably are not offering it because it's such an easy play to hit. So we can double up on this play, Dabble play. Stevenson. Under 7.5. So, I mean, his rush attempts are so-so. 2 of them are under 7, and 2 of them are like ridiculously high. Igor Denham under 4.5 rebounds. These plays are kind of weird. See if any pops on here. Kyle Filipowski under 6.5 rebounds. Filipowski. Okay, let's see. Minus 122 to go under. So it is kind of better than these. It's not the greatest difference. Minus 146 on Bookmaker. So that is promising right there. Let's see what comes up. PJ Washington under 16 points. I like this play. 16.5 is heavily favored. 15.5 is still better than what we're getting. I don't know why it's under 16 when he's been crushing this number, but maybe it's just because they're playing the Nuggets. Andrew Wiggins. So on here, his Andrew Wiggins is heavily favored to go under on his points. So this might be interesting here. I'm gonna take this Kyle Filipowski play too, and get rid of the Stevenson play just because I'm not in there. How do you spell this guy's name? I didn't even spell it right. All right, so we got PJ Washington. I'm getting rid of Stevenson just because I have him already in a slip. And then down here we have the bookmaker play right here. All right, so we got Igor under 4.5 rebounds, and then off the optimizer we got PJ Washington under 16 points and Filipowski under his 6.5 rebounds. Okay, dabble play done. This is the only dabble play I have currently. Built on stream. Let's go. Let's go. All right, let's see what else we got. Let's see what else we got. We could take an Andrew Wiggins under points just to, I won't say cover ourselves, but kind of cover ourselves. And Jamal Murray. Like these plays are pretty solid right here, even though they're in the red. It might adjust later. Let's see what else we could do. Or we could start going towards our straights, or just like straight ups. Alperen Sengun under 31.5 PRAs or points and rebounds. There's not that much data. It doesn't look, nobody's offering this at all. So I wouldn't even look at this. What y'all want? What y'all looking at? Offshores. Could do an offshore play. This is a really good play because this is the reason why this is a good play. His line, his market width is between 111 and 119. So if you can find a play that's outside of these numbers, so anything that's not 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. If it's nothing in between there, then it's pretty much a solid play. So because we're getting this at minus 103, we're getting the odds on this side that are one, they're better than all of these plays, and it's better than it's outside the market width. So you can make this play right here, and here. Everything else, all of these other books, their odds are in between 111 and 119 or worse, right? So you wouldn't want to make this play down here. So we can make this on a prop builder. If you do it on rebet, you have to parlay it. So I wouldn't do this on rebet. I would do it on a prop builder. So if you have access to a prop builder, um, that's where I would take this play. So I'm gonna go make this play right now off the books. School's out. What is this? Cade's under 27.5 points. This is a shot in the dark too. This isn't the best play to make because this dude goes off, but you can't beat the odds, and it's possible. It's possible that he has a low scoring game. So we're going Cade Cunningham under 27.5 points. I'm just waiting for it to fill basically. I'm just putting $10 on it. It's saying I should put 20 because that's the Kelly criterion, but I'm just going 10. Okay. All right, we in there. So hitting a straight up, hitting a straight up. Okay. Cleveland Cavaliers under 19.5. So again, this is the market width. They don't have any sharp books on this team total. Not sure why, but this number right here is pretty crazy. Look at this. Look at all these other odds, and then you got minus 115. So I'm going and trying to lock this in as soon as possible too. On Bet Us. Who is this? Cleveland and Indiana. minus 119 and a half at minus 115. And I'm going $20 on this one. I'll go the full Kelly criterion on this one. That's 119 and a half for the Cavaliers. If you're on an offshore. So this play doesn't work if you're on any other book. This play only works on BetUs because they're the only one offering minus 119 and a half at minus 115. So your payout putting this on Onyx odds is so off. It's crazy. Let me see if I can let me see on the calculators. Where's my calculators at? Um it's not really an odds converter, but do they have it on here? Let me see. Not even sure which one I would do. No. How much you would make? I don't even know. Anyways, if you're making this play, where's the odds converter? If you're making this play on minus 115, that's a 53.49% probability that you're getting for it versus minus 147, 59.65%. So all these other books are thinking that this has about a 60% chance of hitting, except for BetUs. They're thinking that it's 53 and a half. So that's why you want to make this play on a book that's super far off, and it's right at the end of the market width. So I mean, average odds is plus 106, so it's still kind of like in between. Yeah, we can look at sleeper, but if you're looking at the best odds you can get on the plus side and the best odds you can get on the minus side, that's not ours. It's way off. It's like right at the border. So there's a good play right here. All right, let's take a look at BetUs. Or at sleeper. I don't think I have sleeper as a. Oops. Where's sleeper at? Oh, I gotta change my location. All right, let's see. Sleeper. No plays on sleeper. No plays on sleeper. The only way that you can make this work is if you use, I guess, if you use a promo. You can take any one of these player promos. Wendell Robinson under 48 and a half point receiving yards. Player promos. So if you take any of these promos, you can kind of get away with picking plays outside that are negative EV, but 4 plus MBA only 30% profit boost. So the more negative plays that you make, the bigger the negative compound you have of your EV edge. So it's like worse. It gets worse. So I don't know if this 30% profit boost will make up for it and turn it into a positive EV play. But let's see. I would try to stick as close to the 1% as possible. So what do we got? John Collins to make a 3. No, there's literally no sleeper value. We're just like, this is terrible. I don't even feel like making this play, to be honest with you. Amon Thompson over 4.5. I mean, these are like, these should hit. So if you're just looking for like plays that should hit and you're not really worried about the whole EV side of it, you just want locks, basically. What is this? Over 5.5 rebounds? At least 6 rebounds. And then we got Tristan da Silva. This goes into 2%. So basically you're compounding your EV to be a negative, basically negative 5%. That's not Tristan. Tristan De Silva, what is he doing to make a three? This is ridiculous right here. So you got a three man. If you put $10 on it, you're just doubling your money. If we put the 20% boost, um, it adds another $4 to it. Profit is profit. Any value is good. I guess so. So you get these three plays right here. Um, throw a 20% profit boost on it. You got three correct, and you double your money plus four. So like 2.4%. 2.4x your money if you want to look at it that way. If we throw another play in here, um, this is today. So he has to make less than two field goals. That's not a lock, actually. So this play right here could derail your entire. This play right here could derail your entire slip. So if you want more confident plays, you can go Bilal. We'll make this all basketball play to make it three. All right, and then if we take him and apply the NBA boost, we're turning this four man into a 3.8. So it's not that good, but we could take it. We're getting a profit boost. All right. The link is gonna be in. Are you on Twitter? I'm gonna post it on Twitter. All right. I will post it on Twitter. So you got to get the link off Twitter. Sleeper, 30% profit boost. There you go. Bam. Hit that one up if you can. And let's see what else we got. Sleeper value is non-existent. Do I have sleeper on my DFS one? I do. All right. Let's see. Anything good? Nothing is popping up that jumps out at me. So I think I'm gonna call it a stream. Let's make another DraftKings. Yeah, I can post it on Discord right now. Let me do that right now. All right, cool. It's on Discord. That's a four man with a 30% profit boost. If we lose that one, we stink. Because those plays are like minus 300, minus 400, minus 400 again. All right, where are we at? DraftKings. Let's see if we can hit this DraftKings one up real quick. We got Keontae George. That is not how you spell Keontae. Lit, lit, lit. Keontae George under 19 and a half points. Play number one. Play number two, Kella Ware under 11 and a half points. Golly. These books are like, he's not scoring 11 and a half. There's no possible way. And Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller. Let's go, guys. Get on it. This play is going on. All right, cool. Brandon Miller under 19 and a half points. Here's another three man for you on DraftKings. Brandon Miller. Oh, shit. Brandon Miller and Keontae George under 19 and a half points, and Kellaware under 11 and a half points. All right. I don't think these links show up on Discord for some reason. Like you can't click it. You can only click it on um, Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. All right. I'll post that to the Discord in a minute. I have to do like some weird shit. That's a different play. I don't think you posted yet. All right, one sec, one sec. I still don't think that it works like this, but I'm gonna try it anyways. All right. If you can somehow get that link to work coming off of the Discord, let me know. If not, I don't think the Discord works with DraftKings links. All right, let's see what else. That's a solid DraftKings play because the odds that these books are offering minus 138, minus 147, minus 142, that's huge. That's huge. They're like I told you, like 60% chance of hitting. They really don't think it's gonna hit. Somebody agrees, but they're only like slightly agreeing. So you have to put these data points together. So if you find a play like this one, I mean they don't have the sharp books because they probably think that it's not even close to possibly happening. Um, let's see down here if we could find it. There's no good plays. So as far as liquidity goes, if I go to the straight ups and just look at straight bets, so like a play like this, um, you can couple what a sharp better is putting up with a sharp book. If you can get those two to match up, then you know you have a solid play. So there's not that much liquidity in this play right here, but these sharp books are agreeing that it's very likely to happen, and you're just getting a slight discount. It's not that crazy of a discount, 164 and 169. So you could make it, like I said, if you're looking for like a solid play that you have high confidence in hitting just based off of the odds, but the value is not quite where where I would like it. So it would make me think twice um, before I pick it. And I would probably put this in a parlay, if we're being honest with you. Keontae George. So like the odds are okay, but they're not the greatest. So I could take this one, Keontae George and Josh Dewan. We can do this on Prop City, I think. Minus 156, as long as the odds match up. Let me take this play. This is going to be a rebet play. Let me go back. So if you're on rebet, this could be a solid play. Josh Dewan under 1.5. Over 1.5 shots on goal for the Sabres. I don't watch any hockey. I don't know nothing about none of this stuff. Um, Josh Dewan over 1.5 at 164. Make sure that that lines up. And then the other play was Keontae George. I think that play's gone. That play's no longer here. So we can just leave that there for now. Luka under 32.5 points. Not really standing out to me. Same here, same here. So because I can't find it, if I still want to make this play because of the liquidity and the odds, you can do this on an offshore book because um, they don't require you to parlay it. So I'm gonna make this play on an offshore book. Josh Dewan over 4.5. $20. All right, done. So I just made this as a straight up instead of parlaying it because there wasn't another parlay that I liked. Brandon Miller could be a good play um, that you could parlay with it. Actually, I probably should have done that. So I'll do straight up and then I'll parlay it. So I wouldn't call it double dipping, but double exposure, you could say. So Josh Dewan, the liquidity is not quite there, but I like the odds. We're getting a good 10-cent discount on it. So who is this guy? Miller on the Nets or Hornets? Points. Brandon Miller. I'm terrible at remembering this stuff. Under 19.5. God. All right, so we got a two-man. Actually, let me see something real quick. I'm just gonna put $5 on it. For some reason, I think I have Oh no, I don't. Spin it. I don't know what this does, but 25%. What did I get? Win a same game parlay with 3 legs, and you get like bonus XP. Not sure what the XP does, but so I have to do that over now. Perfect. So I didn't lock it. Um, let's see. So we got points for Brandon Miller under 19 and a half. The odds kind of changed on me. Not terribly, but it changed. It's not even there. So you know what? I'm not even gonna do it anymore. I kind of messed it up by looking at that, but I'm already in this play. That Brandon Miller play I wasn't 100% sold on, so it is what it is. We'll do one more round of looking around. Nothing really doing here. We're in this Dyson Daniels play already, I think. Oh, we didn't even lock this in. Oh, because of the Craig Porter play. That's right. All right, let's go back to this. We didn't make a prize pick slip yet. So we got Dyson Daniel over 5.5 rebounds in our slip. Davion Mitchell, just because of the odds that Pinnacle has. And Rice, if we want to do this, you can. But you have to wait till December 7th. So if you don't feel like waiting till December 7th, then I would hold off on putting that in a slip. Um, DeAndre Hunter under 12.5 assists. Here we go. So, man, it's not too bad. The liquidity is there. Kel'el Ware, we got him on. We could double dip with Kel'el Ware or Ramondre Stevenson. This play right here is crazy, but the liquidity is not as crazy as I would like it. So I'm just going to try to refresh this one more time and hope something good pops up. And if it doesn't, then we're going to have to lock in a play that we're not 100% sold on. Just for the sake of TJ McConnell under 5.5 assists. This looks pretty solid. It's way down here, though. Way down here. We can take this DeAndre Hunter play. Under 2.5 assists. Do I have this somewhere? For some reason, I think it's here. We didn't even make a... We made one, that's right. No, we didn't. This guy does not get assists. Damn, he really doesn't. All right. Kel'el Ware under 11.5 points. We have him already, but I actually like this play more than these other plays. We already in there, so let's just lock this in on price picks. Nick Claxton, negative. Dyson Daniel, Davion Mitchell. Make sure that all the numbers are right. Let's go. Under 2.5, over 6.5, under over 5. Yeah, over 5.5, over 6.5. All right, cool. Let's go. Lock it. I'll post this in the chat too. It's gonna be my last play of the day. I don't see too much value in anything else, so there you go. Those are the plays that we're making today. A Nick sleeper. I just have it for the promos. I usually do the promos and then one play that I find on my on here. If a play pops up, I'll do a promo plus that one play, and that's pretty much it. I don't really use sleeper for anything else besides a promo plus one play. It's just a two-man that I do. So other than that, I'm not really using sleeper. I'm on these other books, Prize Picks, Underdog. DraftKings has been popping lately. So yeah. That's what we got. Here's the Prize Picks link. Make sure you guys are on my Discord. So go to my profile on my Instagram, on my Twitter, and go to my link tree. Then go to my Discord, join my Discord. I post all my plays in there, so I'm gonna go back post all these plays in there that I didn't post yet, so you can copy them straight from there. And also on Twitter, I try to post a lot of them on Twitter as well, but they all definitely go on my Discord. So make sure you guys are in there. Notifications are on, so as soon as I post it, you guys get the link, so you can just copy and paste the plays. Um, so when I'm not streaming, I'm still looking for plays, still making plays. So make sure you guys are all up on there. All right. Thanks for being on here, and I'll catch y'all later.